This is Chapter 4 of Finding Lost Lake. This one titled Sligo and Eastern. The Sligo and Eastern line ran from the western start at a stop called Gultra, midway on the Frisco-owned line that connected Salem to Steelville, Missouri. First stop going eastward was Sligo, passing through Chandler Hollow to the stops at Dillard, Viburnum, Bixby, and lastly, Roulon, what eventually became known as East End, Missouri, as that is what the rail line workers called it. The word Roulon in French translates to let's ride. Very fitting. Sligo, Missouri is where the railroad transported iron ore to then be smelted and refined in a furnace. Sligo existed from the late 1880s, its post office being established in 1886, to 1922, when the Sligo Iron Works Company folded. At this pivotal point in 1922, Sligo's population of 4,000 collapsed nearly overnight due to the iron ore drying up. The railroad soon met a similar demise, with the tracks laying for years until 1930s, when they were torn up and scrapped, except the many trestles used along the rail track, including the one at Chandler Hollow. We'll get back to that one soon. After the 1930s, parts of the former rail bed and grade became stretches of what is now known as Missouri Route 49, between Dillard to Viburnum to Bixby, and then Missouri Route 32 from Bixby to East End. Eventually in Viburnum, the Frisco line acquired other parts of the old rail bed in 1967 and reused it for the new lead line. This moves us into the Lost Lake era. So, just a few quick references to what I just spoke about. Here on this topo map, you can see right here is Gultra, and you can see the little dash will follow where my mouse is going here. You see railroad, grade, and then it came through here, and then it curved up to here, ultimately coming past Sligo, which is right in here. Then it came down along the Crooked Creek, came over into here, and then comes into the area we're talking about. Right here, it hits the ridgetop that eventually leads down to Chandler Hollow, and here being Lost Lake. Past this, you would see it goes past that of Dillard, and then it goes past Viburnum, and then it goes down to Bixby, and then it goes over to East End. That said, that's the general route of the train from west to east. Then like I said, I went to a popular search engine, this one, and I researched the name, and it pulled up pictures, articles, and I just went down the rabbit hole. More importantly, I got more names to search, such as Roulon, which translates, in this case they said let's roll, but when I actually put it in the translator, it said let's ride, though roll and roule kind of seem more like they would be familiar. Nonetheless, here is roughly what the trains look like. There was 3 of them for Sligo and Eastern. There was 1744, 1929, and 2883 that they were serial numbered from the Lima Locomotive and Machine Co. And this is roughly their stats. If you want to zoom in and dig into that, I'm not going to go over it here. But if you search Sligo and Eastern and go down the rabbit hole, especially on this forum right here, the Frisco Lines forum, there's tons of information on it once you know what to search. That said, let's move on to Chapter 5.